Welcome back to the MVP's Lounge. I am your host, the King, and I am joined here by two special guests. You may know one of them already, Based Illuminati, but we have a very new guest to the lounge. Just walked in, shirt unbuttoned, you know what I'm saying? Got the Dior Sauvage on. Koby, let them know.
What's up, y'all?
Now, for those who don't know, okay, Koby and Based are two highly talented individuals when it comes to this wrestle talk. Okay, they got the minds of gods. They can tell you anything before it even happens. But I need their two minds to combine here to tell me and to tell the people, okay, why Jey Uso has completely fallen off the map so far under this Triple H regime. This man was once at the top of the mountain. Merch sales, IC champion. Shoot, even before IC championship, he was at one point, people were like, yo, this my guy needs to become world champion yesterday. But now my guy is just an entrance. Quavo, Travis Scott, Lil Wayne. My guy just literally lost in a big world title match live on Peacock and NBC. What's the first thing he does when he comes on Raw? Oh, I'm sorry, yeeting all over the place with everybody and getting the crowd lit. It's like, sir, you just lost one of your biggest matches ever for the world title. You out here cheesing and smiling, yeeting all over the place, just to say, hey, I'm gonna have to win the Royal Rumble so I can get my shot. Like, bro, to get, come on, bro, come on. Why has Jey Uso fallen off the map so hard? What's wrong with Jey Uso right now? We'll start with Based.
Yeah, for starters, that's that shit that used to piss me off about Cena. He would lose a big match or lose a world title, come out smiling, laughing and stuff. It's like, bro, can you at least like pretend to care that you just lost? Outside of that, it's almost like Jay got too big for his britches. Like, they only let you get so over. You know, right from that moment that it came out that he doubled CM Punk and Roman Reigns in merch sales, it seems like it's been a downhill slope from there. You can get over, but if it ain't in their cards for you to get over, they gonna undercut you. They gonna find ways to undercut you. And I think that's what we're seeing with Jay. Like, we saw him right back under Roman's thumb. The cover just came out for 2K25. He's like an ancillary part of the cover, when at one point he could have been the cover athlete himself and no one would have batted an eye. And it's a shame, but yeah, I think it's just one of those things where they don't see him as someone who could be the guy, because if they did, it would have happened by now.
Let me ask you this. Do you think Jey Uso can be that guy?
Now, when you say that guy, do you mean just a world champion, or do you mean like quarterback one, like Cody be like telling everybody he is?
When I say that guy, I mean the guy that will do what Cody's doing now, as in, I'm going to these news interviews, these promotionals, I'm going to sell all the merch, I'm going to be the guy that's in every match, I'm going to be the guy 365 days a year to promote this company, put it on my back, and carry it for the current era that we're in now.
He could be one, maybe two of those three options. He's got the merch part down. And in terms of just being in a lot of matches, I feel like he could do that as well. Now, the quality of the matches is another story, because the man seems to be very limited in the ring. And truth be told, like, when you see him in interviews outside of like wrestling, like when he's just doing like promotion and stuff, like he's very like, it's almost like he's nervous, like he like mumbles a lot. Like his twin brother Jimmy is actually way more naturally charismatic and like just like naturally funny than he is. I think that's why at one point it's wild to imagine now that at one point Jimmy was looked at as like the superior one. He was the one on Total Divas. He was the one with Naomi. He's just like way more naturally outgoing. If Jey had Jimmy's natural charisma, I would say, yeah, he could be that guy, but he just doesn't. He's just like, if you like, just go watch any random Jey Uso interview. It's like almost kind of awkward.
Nah, I get what you mean. I've seen some outside of WWE where he's done some where he's been a little all over the place sometimes. Now, in terms of what people talk about, his moveset, you know, I hear people talk about it a lot. And the first thing that came to mind when I hear about his anytime anyone brings up moveset, two things come to mind: Hulk Hogan and John Cena. And I bring these two people up specifically because John Cena, everyone always says the 5 moves of doom, you know, like that's it. He does these moves and that's it. And he gets up out of there. Now, over the course of that time period when he had the US title open challenges, this dude started like pulling out a bunch of other moves, you know, sunset flip, springboard stunners. You know, you're just doing all things all over the place. Same thing with you even point out his cousin Roman. People are like, he can't wrestle. Yet then he started pulling out razor's edge bombs and doing a bunch of other things like in his moveset. Do you think Jey needs to really add these things to his moveset when a guy like Hogan and a guy like other wrestlers back then, Macho Man, Rick Rude, if you name them all, and most of them, they didn't have such an extravagant moveset. It was more so their characters that prevailed for them, that projected everything. Now, I'm not saying Jey Uso has a character that can just project to everybody. I know the guy's over with his, you know, his eating and all that. But do you think Jey Uso actually needs a prevalent moveset to actually get him over? Or is it people looking towards the match aspect of things rather than what he is currently?
It's definitely one of those things where the more over you are, the less you need to do. Like, there's a bunch of guys, not just in WWE, but just in the industry in general, that can do a bunch of wild stuff, but they're not over. So, like, they do all the flippy stuff, all the exciting stuff, and no one cares. So Jey, him being over the way he is, and not for nothing, yeah, even with the limited moves that he may have, like, in the matches, like, when it seems like he may win, like, the crowd is invested. So does he need to do more? It would be nice, but, you know, if he can, you know, get the crowd to care about, like, you know, the finishes and the false finishes and stuff, like he has been doing, like in the match he just had on Saturday with Goon, the match when he won the or the IC title against Braun Breaker, like, the people do care when it seems like he's like about to win. Like, people do want to see him, you know, win the big one, even with all these losses. So does he need to? Maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not. Just add a couple moves. I'm not saying he needs to go all indie out, hit Canadian destroyers, or have a Chad Gable type of move set, but adding a couple moves doesn't hurt. Super kicks and Samoan drops, if that's what most of your move set is, it is gonna get tough. But I think that's the biggest slight toward him, other than his matches, his move set. I do think he needs to add more to his repertoire other than just super kicking Samoan drops. Just like add a couple moves. Don't add a lot or try to overdo it. Just add a couple more moves. That's it.
Yeah, and to that point where, you know, you brought up Cena and Hogan, and specifically Cena, like the 5 moves of doom. He wasn't spamming the 5 moves of doom like the whole match. Like, Jey spams like the super kick. Jey spams a Samoan drop. Like, you'll see Jey hit multiple spears. Like, he's spamming the same moves. Like, the Cena, like, specifically Cena, I mean, I haven't watched a Hogan match in friggin' forever, but, like, Cena wasn't, like I said, he didn't hit, like, 10 5-knuckle shuffles, like, in the match, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I feel you on that. I feel you 100% on that. So KB, or Koby,
Yeah.
what would you think would be the best method going forward for Jey Uso? What's his trajectory from here, from this point forward? Because he believes he's gonna win the Royal Rumble and eliminate Cena, Punk, Roman. You know, the names go on. Rock, possibly if he's in it. You know, Brock Lesnar, all the possible names. Obafemi. You know what I'm saying? Like he believes he's gonna eliminate all these folks to get another shot at Goon for his world title. But what's Jey Uso's trajectory going forward after today?
To me personally, I think he'll be more of a mid card guy. I think intercontinental title, United States title. I think that's his ceiling for real. Other than that, and I think Taker said this on his podcast. He mentioned this. I think Jay is more the guy that's going to be more of a title chaser, like the world title chaser, instead of actually winning it. Now, if it does come a time where he does win the title, I can see it being a quick reign, like an Eddie Guerrero reign, like 2 defenses, and then and then a big hill comes to beat him for the title. But really, I just see him as a mid card guy, intercontinental title, United States title. That's what I see as his trajectory. But they're always gonna push him because he has the reaction, he's selling the merch, he has the entrance, he's getting over with these celebrities. He's going to be over, and he's going to be that type of guy. The world champion, I don't see it right now. I see him as an intercontinental title, United States championship chaser, well, title holder for right now. And again, when it comes to the world title, I think he'll be more of the guy that chases people instead of actually being the guy to hold the world title.
So you're saying my guy's ceiling is Sami Zayn?
Yeah, the Sami Zayn's, yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Okay. All right. I mess with that. Base, you got anything more to add to that?
Yeah, I kind of agree with Kobe. I see him more at that in terms of like any prolonged reign, like, you know, maybe the IC US title. Like if he wins a world title, like it would definitely be like when Mankind won it, and like he was only champion for like 2 weeks or something like that. Like they gave him the moment, and it was a great moment. They still play it, you know, the pop and all that. But then they got it right back to, you know, the guys that they see actually holding it and carrying it. So that's where I kind of what I see for Jey Uso.
Okay. Final question for the Kick 'em Out the Lounge segment of the week with Jey Uso. Does Jey Uso win a world title in 2025? And if so, how?
Well, the way that Saturday night's main event ended, Michael Cole did. They tell you like where they're going with, even if it takes forever. Like they tell you where you're going if they're, you know, you're paying attention. And you know, Cole did make note to say, you know, it will be Jay's time one day, but that, you know, something to the effect of, you know, it will be his time, but not today. Do I see him winning the world title this year? That's a great question. I'm actually gonna say no. I thought I was gonna say yes, but I think I'm gonna say no, because there still is the Cena story they're telling, and there's just a bunch of other guys that they're, you know, telling world title stories with, seemingly, to where, you know, Jay just may have to wait his turn.
Okay, KB, you feel the same?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with no too, but it really depends on who's the champion going forward. I don't know if Gunther holds the title after Mania or he has another long reign, but no, right now I don't see Jay winning it this year.
Now, for me personally, do I see Jey Uso winning the world title? I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna say yes, only because my two picks this year for the Money in the Bank is either Jey Uso or Dominic Mysterio. So I honestly think that even if they don't give the Dom, I think Jay might actually win the briefcase, and I can see him cashing in, actually finding again a title after cashing in. But who's gonna have the belt at that time? I think it's still gonna be Goon, honestly, because if they do run Seth versus Goon at Mania, or if they run Logan Paul at Mania, I don't think they're gonna do that. But if they run Seth versus Goon at Mania, Goon's definitely like retaining at Mania. Like, as we already know, Seth he's about to hit 40 in like what, another year or so, and Goon is still that dominant champion that we need to honestly rebuild back up after they kind of broke him down the past few months with the whole Cody thing, and then having him turn face, and it was a whole lot of nastiness going on. So like it was again disgusting. So if we really want to put Goon back on the mountaintop as that guy, him being Seth or being another big name at Mania and retaining going forward, hey, I can see it happening. And if Jay has to cash in on Goon to be Goon, then so be it. All right. Thank you for joining us today in the MVP's line. Nope. Big swerve. Okay. This is a double feature for the Kick 'Em Out the Line segment of the week.
On USA, characters welcome.
You must be sleeping under a rock or something.